What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Parlay Playbook podcast. I'm your host, Noah, and I'm with my co host, Wabina.
PPP.
And we're going to be talking about all things NFL, from parlays to award winners to divisional winners. There's so much to talk about. It's the start of the NFL season, the best time of the year. So we're going to kick things off with some news first up.
What's news, Noah?
Wabina, I don't know if you've seen, but the NFL sold Red Zone to ESPN, and now ESPN has decided that they're going to be putting commercials during the Red Zone broadcast. Scott Hansen's famous line of 7 hours of commercial-free football is being changed. It's going to be 7 hours of Red Zone football. There's major controversy online because it kind of defeats the whole purpose of Red Zone. So, what are your thoughts on that? What do you think?
ESPN ruins a lot of things.
Yeah, not wrong with that.
That is one of the worst things to ever happen to football. The whole point of Red Zone was the no commercials. Every game was on. You could turn it on. You could have your favorite team on your other device on your big screen Red Zone. Commercial free football. When there was no games played, when everybody was at halftime. We'd go through scores, we'd go through touchdowns around the league. Now what? Just commercials?
Commercials is gonna ruin it. I don't know. I think it's gonna be really weird. Like really weird. It's gonna be very different. And
How do you think they're gonna do it? How do you?
I don't even know. I think they're gonna have I think we'll definitely get commercials at like halftime and stuff, especially for 1 o'clock games, 4 o'clock games. That'll be easy. I don't know how they're gonna integrate it in other ways. How long are the commercials gonna be?
How frequent?
Like, there's a lot of question marks still, but either way, fans are pissed off about this, and rightfully so. This is terrible. It's a slap in the face to the fans, and yeah, that's
just one of those things that it's like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Why you guys that money hungry that you have to
right? And it's ESPN
pocket pinch.
Surely they don't have to do that.
They don't.
They really don't. Like
they're just.
But
that is actually ridiculous.
Another ridiculous thing though for a lot of people is that the NFL is going back to Brazil. We're having another game in Brazil. What?
Jordan Love would hate that news.
Yeah.
I don't agree with going to Brazil at all. I'm sure the country is beautiful, but last year a lot of players complained. AJ Brown publicly complained about the field. It's so slippery. Players were slipping. There was not even they had to get special cleats for the match. And even those cleats, they were still slipping. It was a bad game. It wasn't good. Players were slipping everywhere. Why go back? Like, what is the point? I understand Roger Goodell trying to make the NFL more like the NBA, show a global game. But it's American football. Like, if you're never going to put a team out in Brazil, if you're never going to put a team out in London, if you're never going to put a team out in Germany, what's the point?
Well, it's not. It's also like if you're gonna go and I don't mind hosting NFL games in other countries, but host it in countries that are gonna care enough to respect the sport to put on a good show. Because Brazil, I mean, and this isn't like I don't want to dip into other sports too much, but this is something that's common when a lot of other sports affiliates have gone to Brazil and they've tried to put on stuff there. It's always been a disaster. So I'm not sure why the NFL is going back there. I'm surprised they're risking their prize pony and Patrick Mahomes too in Brazil on that shit field. Very surprised by that actually.
My problem isn't the country itself. I'm sure the fans are excited.
Oh, for sure.
People are excited to watch some football, an American sport. It's the field last year.
Yeah, it was terrible.
A star quarterback got injured. Multiple players complained. People had to get cleats. Why go back? Like, how much money is worth it that Patrick Mahomes can get injured, Justin Herbert can get injured, Rashid Rice could get injured. These great players can get. Well, Rashid Rice is suspended. I'm sorry.
He won't get injured.
Worthy could get injured. These great players could get injured on the first week. Is it worth it? Just like Jordan Love, first week he missed multiple weeks last year.
Yeah,
I just don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But you know who else can get hurt in that game is Travis Kelce. Speaking of Travis Kelce, of course, it is official. He is now engaged to Taylor Swift.
And we got bad blood.
Don't ever do that again. That was terrible. This is supposed to be news. People are supposed to care about it, but I really don't.
I'm happy for him.
We mainly brought it up because I think this is pointing towards retirement for Travis. Probably towards the end of the season, no? Even
You
though
think he's done? You think this
I
will
think
be
this
his
is.
last dance?
Yeah. I mean, I think it should have been his last dance last year. To be honest with you.
Last year after they lost, I feel
And
like
if he won the bowl, I think it would have been 100%.
I was
But
just about to agree with you. If they won the Super Bowl over Philadelphia, I think he would have retired. I think he's trying to chase one more bowl before getting out of there. They have a successful podcast with his brother. I just feel like football is no longer like
it doesn't
the
need to be
biggest
too.
care
He's
in
already
the world for him.
Yeah, and he doesn't need to be. He's one of the greatest tight ends to ever play the game. There's not much more he can really do to his legacy at this
He's the
point.
greatest tight end to ever play the game, though.
Nah, I'm a little biased. I've always said Gronkowski.
You have Rob over him.
I still think I have Rob, but I
Tony
wouldn't be
Gonzalez.
opposed. No, I wouldn't be opposed to Kelsey. Kelsey's my 2. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I just think that what Kelsey lacks is the other aspects of the tight end game besides receive. I think Travis Kelsey's the best receiving tight end of all time. I don't think he's the best total package tight end of all time.
He doesn't run block as well
Exactly.
as Gronk.
As well as any of those guys. As well as George Kittle doesn't run block as well.
If it's his last season, I think he will go down as the greatest tight end to ever play the game. Gronk was really, 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 really good. But what Travis and Pat were able to do,
I mean, I can't really argue against it.
I do think he is the greatest.
He's definitely up there. Yeah, I mean, I think we should. Let's start with that. We'll start with the NFC then. Let's go through that division because that's an interesting one. You have Dallas, you have the Eagles, you have the Commanders, you have the Giants. Most people know that the Giants are probably the worst of the 4 teams in that division. I think that's fair to say.
But Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah, and I mean, that defensive line got beefed up. Like the Giants could be better this year.
Carter as well. They have some defense over there, Brian.
It's not. I still don't think it's enough. I think the division matchups are going to be too tough for them. They play Washington week 1. It's going to be tight because it's a division game, but I expect the Commanders to be way better than them this year. I expect the Eagles to be way better, and I expect the Cowboys.
Let me give you a fast track of their first couple games and tell me wins or losses.
What, the Giants? Okay, yeah, sure. Go.
Giants have Commanders week 1.
Loss.
Cowboys week 2.
I mean, I got to see how they play against the Eagles, but for now, we'll say loss.
I got a loss too. Chiefs?
Loss. They don't even need to show up there.
Chargers?
Loss.
So 0-4 to start the season.
Dude, the Giants have one of the toughest schedules in the entire NFL.
They get a break to get to play the Saints.
That might be one of the only teams that's actually worse than them this year. So they'll beat the Saints, but I mean, it's the Saints.
Eagles.
Yeah, they'll lose to the Eagles. Yeah.
Broncos.
They're definitely losing. They'll definitely lose to Denver.
Eagles again. 49ers. Bears. Packers. Lions. Pats. Commanders. Vikings. Raiders.
So
Cowboys.
How many wins do you actually see there after you read that schedule? Because they have to play in Green Bay's division, which I don't even know if they'll win a game in, to be honest. Maybe they could beat the Bears. But
I think the Saints are the worst team in the NFL, so I do think they'll get away with beating the Saints.
Okay.
And I'm not sold on Caleb Williams or Ben Johnson whatsoever, so I got them beating the Bears.
Yeah. I could see that. But, like, I don't know. Okay, so the Giants...
2-15.
Yeah, okay. Well, that means they're definitely the worst team in that division. So we could put them last.
I got 2-15.
Okay, so we'll put them last.
But they're not a terrible team. That's my whole point.
They're not, but look at that schedule.
That
schedule doesn't help them.
Russell Wilson is a winner, and putting him with Malik Neighbors.
I mean, it could be really good, but I don't know. We saw it panned out for Russ in Seattle not Seattle, the Steelers, and
my also question is, what do people see in Scatteroo? What is there?
He's a rookie running back, dude. Like, it's just like every other rookie running back that comes into the league.
Yes,
you're excited. He might do well.
Look
he might
like
not
an NFL player.
Okay, but that was like Blake Corum last year when he went to the Rams. He got drafted to the Rams after college. Everybody was like, okay, wait, why did they do this? They have Kyron. They wanted to see what Corum could do, and then he never got the carries because of Kyron. And
but Corum,
nothing happened.
They fit Corum in the offense a little bit.
They did a little bit, but when Kyron's getting 30 carries a game, it's tough to move. It's tough. Like, Kyron gets one of the biggest workloads in the league.
I like Corum's game. I wouldn't compare Corum to Scatteroo. I think
Scatteroo has a chance to be a starter in New York. I'm not like Tyrone Tracy's good,
I
but
mean,
how,
Tyrone
how good
Tracy's
is
a
he?
wide receiver. There's not much competition over there. I'm just talking about at the NFL level. Do you see him being successful the way he was in college?
No,
That's my only question.
no.
So move on. So
Yeah,
we got
go
the
on to,
Giants
like,
coming last in the
yeah.
NFC East. We'll quickly do this. I think the Cowboys.
Cowboys,
come
I
third.
think third. Yeah, I would say Cowboys, especially after losing Micah. That complete abomination from Jerry Jones and the Dallas organization.
It's the 1920s. He could run his team like I don't know.
He doesn't know how to run his team. That's the problem. He had one of the best defensive players in football, and he traded him away. Yeah, he got picks, but Dallas is never going to replace Micah, no matter who they get at this point. And honestly, I think it's just a complete disaster. Because if that Micah trade didn't happen, I may have even tipped Dallas to be in the playoffs over the Commanders this year. I would consider putting Dallas above the Commanders if they kept Micah. Now,
you think Micah's
no
a top
chance.
3?
I said
No,
arguably.
you think he's a top 3 defender in the league?
Not top. Now that I think about the top three, no. Because my top three would consist of PS2, TJ Watt, and Myles Garrett.
Miles Garrett.
So I think TJ
So when
and
we put
Garrett
him in
are
the
both
top
better.
5, he's getting paid the most out of any. He's getting paid the most out of any defenseman in the league.
Who? Micah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So top 5, we would put him in.
Yeah, I mean, I would put him in the top 5, but that's what I mean. He's still an elite level
I'd
player.
even put him there.
Nah, he's probably up. I mean, like whether he's top 5 or not, he's still elite, and the Dallas Cowboys screwed up, and it's gonna affect their season. So I mean, yeah, that's what I have to. That's what I think.
I just think it was a battle of egos. Jerry
100%.
Jones is not gonna let that go, and because he's felt like he's ran this team way longer than Micah's been alive, which is true. But come on, you have to. Like,
it's weird though, because like they don't sign Micah, and then 3 days later, Deron Bland gets signed to a massive $96 million extension. So, and I don't like Deron Bland. Is he their best corner even? Like they still have Trayvon Diggs. Like, is he actually their best DB? I'm not sure.
Is Diggs what he was?
No, he's also overrated. He's overrated. But I mean, Deron Bland, like, that was crazy money, man.
Diggs in his prime, or prime being 2-3 years ago before he had the leg injury, was he overrated or was he the best DB in the league?
No, he's definitely not the best DB in the league. He was slightly overrated.
When he was breaking records, he wasn't the best DB in the league?
No, I don't think so. Like, there's been a lot of DBs that, like, Trayvon Diggs is still not a good coverage cornerback. He's just not.
I was just about to say, I think he's one of the worst coverage cornerbacks.
He's not a good, exactly. He's not a good coverage corner. He's just gets interceptions and it boosts his stats like it did that season. That's how everybody went after him. Now, okay, let's go to the top. We got Eagles, Commanders. I think we should just, like, we're both going to say Eagles first, right?
Eagles are first. Commander goes second. Cowboys third. Giants.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll go.
I like that. I don't see much with the Commanders. I think it's going to be a lot of what we saw last year. I don't think they really, like, Debo doesn't get me too excited at this point. So like I don't know. That's just a whatever move. So
I am so happy I don't care what they got back, but I'm happy that Scary Terry stayed there, because if Debo had to be the number 1 in Washington, it would have been a gong show.
Yeah.
Debo is no longer a number 1 in the NFL. I don't know how he is a star in the NFL, let alone a starter. I just don't think he's a good receiver anymore. I don't know what happened in between 2 years. 2 years ago, he was arguably, at least for fantasy, the best fantasy guy.
Yeah.
But now it's just like
injuries just caught up to him. He's been a broken shoelace his whole career. He's always been injured. He's constantly picking up small injury here, small injury there. Put on some weight in the offseason, past couple of off seasons.
He
looks out of shape. He doesn't look as fast as he once was. And yeah, he's a good utility guy. Like, you can play, you can hand him off the ball, you can pass him the ball, but like, I just don't know if that's what Washington needs right now.
Speaking about handing him off, what do you feel about Brian Robinson Jr.?
What, going to the Niners?
Yeah, why do you think the Commanders were so ready to get rid of him after
I think there had to have been something that maybe went on behind the scenes there, because that one didn't make any sense considering they have an aging Austin Eckler, who's very injury prone.
He's not the choice. He's not.
They also have that one rookie they drafted. I forget his name, but there's a running back there in Washington that they drafted that's very, very talented. So, I mean, what's the next division?
I feel like we're high on Brian Robinson and we're just gone.
Now
the next division we're going to go through is NFC West.
Oh, so perfectly. So Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks, Niners. This is an interesting division, I think.
It is.
I think it's one of the tougher ones to pick a winner for.
The thing about it is that Cardinals, with Kyler Murray, as much as he gets the hate, I think they could win any game that they play. It's weird. It's really weird. They are always in the weirdest games. Like, if you watch the Cards, it's just something about them. I don't know.
No, you're right.
They're always in games, but like 1 week you'll get a terrible Kyler Murray you can't see over his pocket. Next week it's like Kyler Murray is an MVP. It's so weird, but they're a mediocre team that won't make the playoffs this year. That being said,
but it's going to be, I think, a big thing for the Cardinals season is going to be, are they going to be able to get Marv the ball? Is Martin Harrison actually going to be effective this year like the other two receivers last year in Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas were? A lot of people were expecting Marv to be better than those guys, honestly, coming into the league, and we didn't get to see it because him and Kyler didn't really develop that connection. So, yeah, I want to be a little optimistic about the Cardinals because I do like Kyler Murray too. I think on his day, he's a really good quarterback once he's going and once he's able to pass the ball and run efficiently. But in this division, the most I could see for them is maybe third place, because the team I think that could drop into fourth, surprisingly, is Seattle. I think Seattle could end up last in this division. I do. I think it's totally possible.
Completely
if what we're saying about the Cardinals is true and they're going to take a jump. But if they're not,
I think Seattle's offense is
questionable at best.
Really good.
I don't know about really good. I think you have an aging Cooper Kupp who's on his last legs. You have a Sam Darnold who, let's be honest, was probably a benefit of the system in Minnesota with a great head coach, a great offense to work with. I think he had everything he needed to succeed there. Seattle, he's going to have the weapons on offense, but it's not the same scheme. It's not the same team. I don't know. I don't know if it goes that well.
Kenneth Walker, I got him as a top 10 running back, which is...
Yeah, I know, but he plays 8 games a year. But yeah, like...
Cooper Kupp, JSN.
JSN's great.
And Sam Darnold, who played a really good season last year.
Okay, but that's not enough to get... What's that? When you read that out loud, is that enough to beat the Rams? No. Is that enough to beat
what do we think,
the Niners?
You think Jalen Milroe's going to get a chance this year?
No chance.
No chance at taking Sam Darnold's spot?
I mean, if Sam Darnold plays really bad and goes back to old Sam Darnold, maybe, but I think it's unlikely. And I think because of what he did last year, they're going to give him time anyways.
Okay.
Okay, so Seattle Cardinals definitely at the bottom, though?
Yes, for sure.
Okay,
but I think they're interchangeable.
Yeah, same.
I'm just not...
We'll put Cardinals down there for now.
I think Seattle's a weird wild card for me. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird feeling. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but...
What about the first two?
Of the season. The Rams and the 49ers. Okay. Matthew Stafford.
I don't know why you're saying like Matthew Stafford's not one of the best QBs in the league. Still. He's still up there. He still has Puka Nacua, who's one of the best receivers in the league. He's got Kyron Williams behind him, a workhorse running back. He just added Devontae Adams. Like, Devontae Adams, whatever you think of him now, he's still a top quality wide receiver, even at his older age. He's still going to be effective for them, especially in that number 2 slot where he doesn't need all the spotlight because of Puka.
I think that their offense with Kyron Williams, Matthew Stafford, never going to be completely sold on, but I like the way he slings the ball. But their defense every year is terrible.
Except for last year, with all the rookies they had last year, their defense was amazing.
Still terrible.
No, their run defense was really good. The problem is they were just in a lot of shootouts, but the Rams have a good defense. Like Jared Verse is a good
Jared Verse is a good
player, yes. Won the defensive rookie of the year. So like they have guys. And on offense, I think Devontae Adams is a way bigger upgrade from what Cooper Kupp was last year. And it's gonna give him more games in general. I think the Rams upgraded on offense.
So my question is, when did Cooper Kupp get bad? Was it because he wasn't available? Now we're looking at him as a bad receiver.
No, it kind of just happened like halfway through last season. Like McVay just kind of changed everything, and the ball just went to Puka every single time.
I think he was unavailable. He was injured. Puka was unavailable and injured too. But I don't know. When Puka came back, it felt like they completely switched the playbook, and Cooper Kupp wasn't getting any touches. I remember what game was it that I think he got 0 receptions. It was last year.
Oh yeah, he did. I forget
what
when he was on my
game it was.
fantasy team. Yeah,
I was like, when did this switch? Like, when did Cooper Kupp not become the guy?
he just got worked out of the offense because Puka is better now. That's just the way it is.
I just don't feel like that made Cooper Kupp a bad receiver. I feel like I never see where he declined. Maybe I'm wrong, but I still feel like he could be.
What do you think of the Niners?
They're gonna win the division.
You think the Niners win it?
Yeah, with CMC being healthy this year.
But that rides on CMC staying healthy. Because if CMC's not healthy, I don't think the Niners win the division. Even though they kind of have a cakewalk of a schedule. Their schedule is a bit of a joke, I'm not going to lie. But
I do think
I don't know if they have enough.
Well, Brock Purdy, I do really think Brock Purdy is the worst quarterback in that division.
That's a interesting take.
It's Kyler Murray's better. Sam Darnold showed that he's better. And Matthew Stafford better. Worst quarterback in the division. So if no CMC, no party. But CMC is going to be healthy this year. George Kittle, they have a team. The only person I'm not too sold on is the receivers.
The receiver room's ugly. Ricky Purcell, Jawan Jennings.
Bad.
That's it. Well, how long's Brandon Ayuk out for too? What's happening with him? I haven't heard shit about that guy.
I don't know. He got the money in. I don't want to say he got the money and did because he was a gruesome injury, but man, even before the injury, he just was a ghost after he got that money.
And a bit of a diva too. Like it's just not a guy you want to have in the locker room when you're trying to win a Super Bowl. I don't think. Like, I don't know.
I disagree with that whole diva talk though. I feel like in the NFL, you get your money before you play. You're not if you were a family member or a friend, you would never tell a top player to play on a 1-year contract. Minka playing on a 1-year contract would make no sense. Like a top player playing on a 1-year contract makes no sense. Your top player get paid because it's football. This is not basketball. This is not any other longevity sport. It's football where your season and career can end all in one game. There's at least 4 people who get injured pretty badly a game.
Yeah.
A game. Mm-hmm. It's a head-to-head sport. You knock heads every single possession. I'm not playing on a 1-year contract if I'm a top player.
Fair enough.
That's just how I look at it.
Okay, we gotta speed it up to go through some of these other divisions.
The NFC North.
It's the toughest one, I think.
You think?
I think it's the toughest one to predict.
The Bears last.
The Bears last. But I think the Bears will be better this year. I think Ben Johnson will get that team going. I think they'll get better work out of Caleb, which they need to because this has to be it for Caleb. Like, Caleb needs to show something this year. He needs to show why he was drafted first overall. Because we didn't see it last year, and he had a lot, obviously the coaching wasn't great last year in Chicago, but he had the weapons to succeed, and he didn't. So
every time someone talks about the coaching not being great, I think about was it Thanksgiving or was it a Christmas game? It might have been Thanksgiving.
I think it was against the Lions?
Yes, when they had a timeout left. And
oh my god!
Caleb Williams audibled out of the play. That was probably the funniest thing, and that's what I was like. Caleb Williams is not what anybody says he is. I don't care. He is so much about himself that it's insane. Like, how do you, as a first overall pick, how do you not have the time management skills or the awareness that, okay, I don't have time. Come on. What are you changing plays at the line? You had 18 seconds and burnt it. And threw a deep ball? Not even a check down with a timeout left?
But that comes with maturity. I
don't know. I feel like that's also, we give too much.
I think right after the Bears, to be honest, though, I think Vikings are in that 3 spot. I think I gotta lock him in there. And that may seem harsh, but we just don't know with JJ McCarthy. We don't know. And I can't say without seeing what JJ McCarthy is that the Vikings will be better than the Packers or the Lions, who I know are good teams.
The Vikings bought into JJ McCarthy a little too early?
No.
After what Sam Darnold did last year, you think
Well,
that they moved on
they
from
were gonna.
Sam Darnold?
But
and
what
went
was the
to
alternative?
JJ?
Pay Sam Darnold and trade JJ McCarthy?
I think it's just tough.
You can't do that,
You've
man.
never seen JJ McCarthy really play. And they were a great team last year who shitted up in the playoffs, but they were a great team last year.
But I think Sam Darnold's expendable either way. Like, even if the whole JJ McCarthy project doesn't work out, I don't think the Vikings front office is going to be shooting themselves because they didn't re-sign Sam Darnold. Like, I don't think it's the end of the world, even if McCarthy doesn't pan out. But I think he will. I think quarterbacks who come into the league and get to sit behind a veteran QB for a bit will succeed. Look at Jordan Love. Sat behind Rodgers. Successful. Bryce Young, yeah, he's not obviously successful yet, but he got a lot better when he was rotating with Andy Dalton and had that competitive competition.
Yeah.
So the same thing can happen there.
Bryce Young got benched, and that was
it made him better.
Bryce Young. They had such a short leash on Bryce Young for whatever reason. Like, why draft him? If you're going to bench him for Andy Dalton, you guys are already a shitty team. Andy Dalton came in and won a game by you, which was kind of funny, but, didn't do anything after that.
No, that division's it. We'll get to that division, I think, next. But, that's an interesting one. Okay, top of the deck, though, Lions-Packers. You know what? I'm gonna be a bit bold. I'm going to say the Packers take the division. I think maybe the Micah Parsons move, if he's effective, I think it gets them over the edge, and I think they might have enough to just dethrone the Lions this year. Because the Lions, while I do think they're one of the best teams in the league, they did lose their offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, which could be massive. Like, Ben Johnson created one of the most fun, high-powered offenses to watch in the league.
I don't think the Lions are going to be the Lions of last year at all. I think
you're right. I think they might be better towards the end of the year because they'll actually have defense.
I think they're going to be worse.
Aiden Hutchinson could even go and win the Defensive Player of the Year this year. I mean, he was on pace for it before his injury last year.
I think you could see Ben Johnson, as much as I'm not sold as him turning around the Bears, he was a great offensive coordinator.
Exactly.
And the Lions losing that and a bunch of other people on their staff, I just don't think the Lions are going to be the same team. And I think the record will be closer to what the Vikings record is than what the Packers is.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. So Lions and Vikings for me are going to be interchangeable at second.
Okay, so we both have the Packers at one, though?
Will win division.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, next division, last one in the NFC, South.
Falcons, Panthers, Saints, and the Bucks. What are we going there?
What an ugly division. The Saints are the worst team in the league.
The Saints are the worst team in the league.
So the Saints will be dead last in that division.
Can we talk about what the Saints did on that draft day?
What?
Like, Tyler Shoe? Like, what's
the... But I don't think they liked any QB prospect there.
But I don't want to put some conspiracy theories. But
maybe they like Spencer Rattler.
Who likes Spencer Rattler?
Maybe they do.
What does he ever show?
But nothing. He's terrible.
Nothing. Spencer Rattler has never shown me anything good.
See the problem with the Saints though is that's why I don't think they care with Shoe because either way, whether they get a franchise QB this season or not, they were never going to be competitive. Their team is still terrible. But they're wasting some people's
years. Like, who? Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara's 30. His years are pretty much done at this point. They should just trade him.
They get rid of him.
They should trade him.
Why is he here?
They should trade Alvin
I know
Kamara.
Chris Olave has, a soft head, but...
Chris Olave's one concussion away from retiring from the sport.
That's not a funny joke.
It's not funny. I'm not trying to be funny. He's just not playing ever again if he gets another concussion.
And Shaheed was really good, too.
But he had that surgery, didn't he? He had surgery halfway through last season.
Do you remember how good the Saints were week 1 and week 2? When they beat Dallas in week 1 and put up. Oh my goodness. The Saints offense can't do it. And their defense is decent. I know the Honey Badger retired.
Cam Jordan's 55.
Honey Badger retired. What was that about?
He's done, bro. He's looked like shit the last 2 seasons, if I'm being honest. I think he's lost a step. Ever since he went to the Saints, honestly, he kind of fell off. He wasn't great on the Saints.
Play hard for the Saints.
Okay, Saints are last. Panthers third.
Ooh, I like the Panthers this year.
I think the Panthers are going to be better too. I like them too.
I like the Panthers this year, but that being said, they're still third.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be better, but not good enough to compete with the top two in the division. I don't think, because I think the other two are ahead.
The Bucks with Chris Godwin. When is Chris Godwin set to come back?
Week 5, but they have Emeka Ibuka now. Godwin might be struggling once he gets back. Emeka Ibuka's a player, man.
Godwin's the best receiver in that team. He is better than Mike Evans.
Super debatable, but
Godwin. Godwin is the best receiver on the Bucks. He was the best receiver last year. Mike Evans is really freaking dangerous, but I think Godwin's better. With the injury now, I don't know.
I think Emeka Ibuka is going to take over in that slot position in that Bucks offense. And I think that's why I think the Bucks are going to be above the Falcons this year. I think the Bucks take the division for sure. I think the Falcons,
Falcons' offense is good.
It's good, but I think they all it's always so good on paper, and then when I watch that offense play, it never blows me away. Never. They'll get points, they'll score, but I don't see anything that ever blows me away with that offense. And I think they're just going to be dancing around that 8, 9. They always drop a couple. The Falcons always drop a couple games they're never supposed to drop. They'll lose to 2 shit teams, ruin their season, and then that's it.
And they'll beat teams like the Eagles randomly with
Drake
London doing out and doing gunssless. It's such a weird team. But I do think,
and I don't know about Penix. I still have some question marks with Penix. I think I need to see another year.
I choose him over Kirky any day.
Sure, but I need to see another year out of Penix. I can't make a proper decision on what I think he is as a QB.
I think this is our first disagreement on who's winning because I got the Falcons winning this division.
Fair. I mean, dude, it's a tough division to predict. It's close. Whoever wins this division, I don't think it's gonna be within a win or two of each other. I don't think it's gonna.
And so is a shitty division that ends in 9-8 and
yeah, exactly. So I think that's what that'll be. AFC now?
AFC.
Okay, so start off with the worst division in football easily. The Bills, Dolphins, Pats, Jets. Okay, Bills obviously is first. I think we could skip right. What? It's not for you?
The Bills are going to win the division, yes. But the Jets and Justin Fields.
Oh my god.
Weirdly enough, mark this down as I said this.
Oh, I'm marking it.
Are going to do something. If maybe it's not a lot, but they will make some noise. They will make some noise. And I will say they're going to be better than the Dolphins. If they make the wild card, that's not my real argument, but I think the Jets were decent. The Pats are pretty decent too. Not better than Jets though. I don't think the Pats are better than Jets, and I don't think the Dolphins are better than Jets.
So you think Jets could end up second in this division?
That's what
I don't see that whatsoever.
I think Justin Fields, when you give him the keys, man.
He's had the keys for so long and he still can't find the car though. At the end of the day, Fields has had chance after chance after chance.
In Pittsburgh, he was doing well.
He was.
I just wanted to go with Russell Wilson. But Pittsburgh, Justin Fields was doing well.
Honestly, I think the Jets have a chance to do well because they still have a lot of talented players on that team. The problem is I can't ever pick the Jets to do well because when I have, they've completely disappointed. I thought they were going to be good last year. I thought they were going to be good the year before. I haven't seen it with them, and until they prove it to me, I'm not going to pick them to do well. And that's the same thing with the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are regressing. Every second Tua is a QB in Miami, they are regressing no matter what. And with Tyreek Hill and whatever the hell happened last year, because I don't know what happened, that was a joke. Tyreek needs to come back and play like the receiver he is for the Dolphins to have any chance. Dolphins last, I could honestly get behind. I'm okay. But for me, I have the Patriots in second.
You have the Patriots in second
I think the Patriots,
of Drake May? Or
no,
because
not because
of the
Drake.
Receiving core now?
No.
With
not even
the defense?
I would say getting Vrabel as their coach is honestly one of the big things for me. I think Vrabel is one of the better coaches in the league. I think he should have never been fired by Tennessee. He should have never been fired by Tennessee. He had Ryan Tannehill as his quarterback and he expected him to win multiple playoff games. That was never happening. So I think Vrabel's got Drake May. There's still question marks there. He's super he's raw. He did well in some games, but a lot of the games he was doing well in were games where there wasn't a lot of pressure on him to win. He was already losing the game. He'd make a nice throw when they were down by 3 touchdowns. So I want to see a little more from there. I like Trevion Henderson at running back. I think that was a great draft pick. I think he will cook in New England.
Yeah.
Who?
You seen that? Trevion Henderson.
He's not. Ramondre's up.
Yeah, I seen him at.
That'll change after like week 2.
3, I think even.
That'll change after like week 3.
But if we're gonna talk about fantasy here, Justin Fields should be your fantasy quarterback.
Guy loves Justin Fields.
He's going to get into the end zone a lot this year. With his feet, with his arm, he's going to get into the end zone. Justin Fields should be your fantasy quarterback.
All right, moving on. Next division.
AFC
this
West.
is the one I was waiting for.
I hate this division.
The Chiefs, the Raiders, the Chargers, and my Denver Broncos. Are you gonna hate me for this one?
Terrible. It's gonna be terrible. You wanna go first? It's gonna be.
I will.
Be different.
So Raiders are gonna be at the bottom of the division.
No.
They suck. They're terrible.
No.
They're not gonna be good. Geno Smith is a bang average quarterback. I'll give him at most 6 wins.
Pete Carroll
is past his best.
Pete Carroll. Who's better? Who's a better coach? Mike Tomlin or Pete Carroll?
Mike Tomlin.
Why?
Because he's been doing it for a lot longer. Pete Carroll has had multiple bad seasons in his career. You can't even say Tomlin's had a bad season. You can't say it.
You can't really say Pete Carroll's had a bad season with what he's had. He's always been in the middle of the pack or always been in the playoff contention. Always.
But why didn't he just stick it out in Seattle then? What happened there?
Because there's nothing left out there for him.
There's more in Seattle.
There's nothing left out there for him.
But what's in Vegas for him? What entices Pete Carroll in Vegas? What? Ashton Jeanty and Brock Bowers?
I mean, Amari Cooper.
Yeah,
Amari Cooper coming back. Max Crosby. Geno Smith flipping off the crowd. It is hype in Las Vegas right now.
It's hype, but it's not hype enough.
Hype.
Their defense is so bad, and I don't think they can hang with these other 3 teams because I think these other 3 teams are all playoff teams.
He set the tone. Said Jamal Adams is a linebacker now. No more safety shit. Like he's a linebacker.
Good.
He knows how to set the tone.
Third, I'm going Chargers.
Oh no. We're on different scales here. We're not even looking at it the same way at all.
What do you have, Denver in third?
I have, and I don't even know if I have Denver third or fourth.
That's just. I
have the Chargers winning the division.
I'm happy this is on. You have the Chargers winning the division.
The Chargers will win the division.
Wow. That's
what I have. Well, Chiefs Chargers week 1. Who wins?
Chargers. I already told you that though.
So, who else do they need to beat?
Game, though.
If they're better, so are you saying why they're gonna beat them? Because they're a better team, or just
Brazil
week 1 they get
vibes? It's just sometimes shit just happens in the NFL. I just think Chargers are gonna win. Something gut feeling.
But you think the Chiefs will end with a better season?
I do think they will.
I'll quickly go through their scheduling.
The Chiefs or the Chargers?
The Chiefs.
Okay.
So I got them losing to the Chargers. I got them losing to the Eagles. They're gonna beat the Giants. They're gonna lose to the Ravens. They're gonna beat the Jags. They're gonna lose to the Lions. It's gonna be a tight game against the Raiders, but I don't know. They're gonna beat the Raiders. They're gonna lose to the Commanders. They're gonna lose to the Bills. Broncos. What are you saying? Chiefs Broncos. Who wins?
They'll go 1-1 this year.
Okay.
Should have went 1-1 last year.
November 16th. Who wins? In
Denver.
Yeah.
Denver's winning at Denver. Broncos won't lose to the Chiefs this year in Denver.
Broncos. They go against the Colts. Chiefs beat the Colts. They go against the Cowgirls. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I want to say the Cowgirls. They go against the Texans.
Yeah.
Houston Chiefs. I know
it's a toss, man.
Year, but it's a.
But
CJ Stroud hasn't shown me anything good, so I'll go Chiefs. Chargers or Chiefs again, and.
But what makes the Chargers a better team than the Chiefs?
I just don't think the Chiefs are a great team anymore.
Neither do I. I think they've gotten worse. But I want to know what makes the Chargers better. Like, why the Chargers?
Coaching, Justin Herbert. Their defense is really good.
The defense is really good.
Do you think Najee Harris got his eye, or like what are we saying with him?
Hopefully, but it doesn't matter because once Omarion Hampton gets that ball, he's not letting go of it. And Najee's not even gonna have a job. That guy's Omarion Hampton's elite. That guy's gonna be cooking for the Chargers.
You think Keenan Allen's gonna be back and
he'll
the same?
Whatever, man. Like he's just gonna be. I mean, it's not gonna be hard to displace Quentin Johnson, so he'll probably get in there. But I don't see anything.
I think it's more so that I'm not saying the Chargers are a great team. I think the Chiefs are not as good of a team, and on top of it, their scheduling is really difficult. They're playing some of the best teams in the NFL. And I want to say they'll make the playoffs because it's Chiefs, it's Patrick Mahomes. You can't ever say they won't make the playoffs. So I'll say
they'll definitely make the playoffs. The playoffs they'll make.
But will they win the division?
No. I don't have them winning the division either.
But you have the Broncos winning the division.
Okay, well, let me tell you why I have the Broncos winning the division.
Bo Nix is bottom 3 quarterback in the NFL.
Somebody needs to clip that. That needs to be clipped. Thrown
somewhere on the internet. I'm wrong. Tyler Shoe starts.
God, that's horrendous.
Spencer Rattler starting.
That's terrible.
Spencer Rattler. I'll do it like this. Spencer Rattler is worse than Bo Nix. Joe Flacco is worse than Bo Nix.
Well, is Caleb Williams better than Bo Nix right now? Tell me. Be honest. Because you were just talking bare shit about Caleb. So there's no way you think he's better than Bo, can you? A Bo Nix that scored 29 passing TDs last year in his rookie season. A Bo Nix that had no receivers besides Cortland Sutton. A Bo Nix that had a team that was projected to have 5 wins last season. A Bo Nix that had no support in his backfield from his running backs. Didn't really have a tight end. And overall, didn't really have a great team to go into the season with and still exceeded expectations. Didn't have a passing TD for the first month of the season. Still finished with 29 passing touchdowns. Bo Nix is great.
With all that being said, Caleb Williams is better than Bo Nix.
Anyways, all right. Well, I guess we're just going to disagree on that. I mean, Denver has one of the best defenses in the league. They beefed up. They addressed the 2 holes they needed to on defense. They needed a new safety.
Their division is just too difficult, man.
And they did that.
Their division is just too difficult.
But if we can split with the Chargers and split with the Chiefs, there's no reason we can't win the division. There's no reason.
Denver should be aiming for the wild card spot.
And if we could clean sweep the Raiders, I don't see why we can't win. All right, let's go to the next division, though. We got what?
AFC North. Yes, we have 2
This
more.
is always a fun one. Okay, well, let's start it off. Obviously, the Browns dead last.
It hurts, but when does Shador?
When does it hurt? Why does it hurt?
Because the QB3 over there should be a QB1, and what is going on over there is disgusting.
He should be a QB1. I agree. He probably should be playing.
There's no reason Joe Flacco.
But I mean, Joe Flacco's never done anything wrong in Cleveland. That's the thing.
Well, I wanted Joe Flacco to be the QB1. Shador comes in QB2, comes in a week.
It's probably what's gonna happen, man. At some point.
But Dylan Gabriel, what?
Dude, that guy's not gonna last. He's not gonna last.
But just as if you are, obviously this is hypothetical, but if you're a GM owner, it has to be nothing to do with what's going on the football field. It has to everything that they're trying to teach the kid a lesson.
Me and you aren't there at training camp. Me and you aren't there at practice. We don't know how it is.
Outside looking in. Well, they're showing they're showing us training camp videos. They're showing us practice stats. Shador is playing the best out of any quarterback that was there, even when Kenny Pickett was there. So what about Dylan Gabriel? I will give the preseason game, the second preseason game that Shador played. He played terrible. I'm not debating that. Shador played terrible. Played against a bad line, but he held the ball too long. Made some bad plays. I think he was in his head because Dylan Gabriel had a good 2-minute drill at the end of the second half. Scored a touchdown. I think he realized, I got to score a touchdown. I got to be better than Dylan Gabriel. It's a competition that they have that the Browns set up. But Sabansky benching him for Huntley? Why? They're cutting him the next day?
That's bad.
If you are really invested in Shador's development, that is a 2-minute drill. They're down by 1 point. Let him lead the drive. What lesson are you? This is beyond football. That's not football. What lesson are you trying to teach the kid that you're benching him for someone who's getting cut the next day? What was the point? And he goes on TV, he goes on his press conference on, I just wanted to get him out there. What? For what? How does that help your team? If this is supposed to be your future quarterback, if this is supposed to be your guy, obviously you're choosing between Dylan Gabriel or him. But if this is supposed to be the guy you are invested in developing, the same guy who in his first not his first college game, but his first game for Colorado put 523 yards and 5 touchdowns if I'm not wrong. He has the talent. What is that? What are you doing? What are you trying to teach him I don't get it. I don't understand why you would take him out the game. I don't understand why they are treating him like shit. I don't understand why he's the QB3. I don't understand why they drafted Shador or Dylan Gabriels. Why drop Dylan Gabriels over Shador in the first place? But why, if you're going to drop Dylan Gabriels, why even pick up Shador? I don't understand anything that goes on over there.
But
Deshaun Watson's not a saint. But I do believe they ruined Deshaun Watson's career as well over there.
Well, everybody has had a shit career in Cleveland. That's just the way it goes. Everybody who's played in Cleveland has had it go shit. And it's going to go shit for them again this season, whoever's at QB. But
I saw Johnny Manziel on a podcast. He was talking about... Johnny Manziel was talking about how he hopes the Browns go 0-17 every single year, and he hopes the worst of the Browns. Do you think the Browns ruined Johnny Manziel's career? Do you think Johnny Manziel ruined Johnny Manziel's career?
Johnny Manziel never should have had a career
at
that point.
Johnny Manziel,
after he was in the league,
was a great
I'm not talking about
Texas A&M.
Yeah, coming out of college, he was elite, obviously. But once he was in the NFL, he didn't give a shit, and you could tell he was behind the best pretty quickly. So whatever, dude. We're getting off track with Johnny Manziel. He's he's hilarious, but completely off here. We need holding on the Browns this season. I think we just know there's just not going to be much there. I mean, they have an interesting backfield now. Moving on from Nick Chubb, they got 2 rookies, Dylan Sampson and Quinshon Judkins. Judkins already having some problems outside of the league, but I mean, once he gets in that backfield, maybe things will shape up for him.
They have still not signed to this day. He's still not signed for week 1.
Judkins?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think... No, he's signed. I'm pretty sure he's signed. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I remember
we should probably fact check that at some point, but
signed because of what happened, but he was never was guilty of that crime or whatnot. But that's besides the point. So
Browns are dead last.
Browns are last.
Yeah.
I don't want them to be last. If Sanders cuts in week 5, we could turn it around, get some games on the Bengals maybe. Not so.
So who's third for you then? If you say the Bengals, that means
the Bengals are third. Yes. Third.
Okay, well I disagree. That's where I put the Steelers at third. I think the Steelers are gonna be interesting this year. I don't really know how to take the whole Rodgers thing. I mean, they completely flipped over their offense in one offseason, and they got a lot of new pieces coming in. DK Metcalf, that's gonna be interesting. I love DK. I think he's great, but I worry about Aaron Rodgers at this point. I don't think we have the same opinion on Rodgers at this point, but I don't think he's at the level that he once was at, and I don't think it's going to be good.
Still a really good quarterback. And I'm not even worried about their offense because they need a running back. Jalen Warren is not the answer.
Well, they got that rookie, Caleb Johnson. They got Caleb Johnson, so that could be...
Hopefully he's pretty decent. But their defense, they have 3 cornerback ones, in my opinion.
Excuse me? 3?
Darius Slay, Joey Porter, and Jalen Ramsey.
Darius Slay, a cornerback 1 in 2025? Are you serious?
You'll see.
Are you serious?
I think they have one of the best defenses.
Dude, even Jalen... Dude, nah.
He took Jalen Ramsey said it on one of his podcasts. He said that they're all interchangeable, but Darius Slay took a step back. But Joey Porter's the one who really wants to be the quarterback 1. He wants to be the best player.
He should be. He's the youngest.
He should be. Joey Porter is the best cornerback in that team. I think Jalen Ramsey is not Jalen Ramsey, but I still think he's a really good cornerback, and I think Darius Slay is a really good cornerback.
I just don't think it was a trade they needed to make because Minkah Fitzpatrick's probably arguably top 3 safety in the NFL.
Minkah Fitzpatrick is one of the best safeties in the NFL, and they have Patrick Queen, and they have TJ. Are they the best defense in the league? I don't know.
They could be, but I think they're going to need more to click on offense because these other 2 teams in this division, the Bengals and the Ravens, I think are going to be offensive powerhouses. And, I mean...
Steelers are used to winning games.
They are.
13-10.
They are.
There's never been a team that needed to put up 30 points.
But I just don't think you can hold those 2 teams.
Goals.
I don't think you can hold teams like that. I just think there's too many offenses in the league now that are going to score on you no matter what. I don't know. I think the Steelers are a step ahead behind these 2. I think at number 2, I have the Bengals. I think they could win. I do think that they could win because I think Burrow and Chase alone is enough to carry them. But I can't pick them over the Ravens right now. The Ravens are one of the best teams in football. They're probably in most likely will win the division. The
What
Bengals,
about the
though,
Bengals are so like you're so obviously
it's the
Burrow
best.
and Chase and T Higgins and
It's
Chase Brown
one of
is
the
a
best offenses in the
mid
league.
running back. But
'Cause if you-
besides that,
Because if you look at some of the games that the
Their
Bengals
defense
lost
is
last year,
terrible.
if they played those games 5-6 times again, I don't think they would lose once. They had a couple bad losses last year. They had the Titans loss, which was really bad. They had the Raiders loss, which was really bad. Those two right there would have gotten them in the playoffs had they won those games. It's a completely different narrative around the Bengals if they win those two football games.
you think
It's a completely different narrative around the MVP too. Like it's just yeah, it is, man. Joe Burrow had the better season out of arguably all the quarterbacks last year. It's just he didn't win enough football
Allen
games.
shouldn't have been the MVP.
Okay,
Lamar Jackson should have
maybe
been
Lamar
MVP.
should have won, but
If you throw more passing yards, get more passing touchdowns, you're the better quarterback.
yeah,
Same record. I think Bills had one more win than the Ravens.
the Bills had one more win in a substantially worse team.
Then you get
Like a way worse team.
Then we go to the playoffs. Mark Andrews doesn't drop the ball. Now we're talking about Lamar in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but Lamar sucks in the playoffs, and so does Josh Allen. So I think that cancels out.
I mean,
either
I
way.
think they just it was unfortunate with the weather situation over there in Buffalo. Not much you could do.
Yeah, I mean that's the way. That's just football. As when you play the Buffalo Bills at home, you're in the playoffs.
So
Expect for it to be snowy.
So who do we got? We got Ravens or Buffalo week 1.
Well, do you want to go right to prime time? Surely we go through a couple of the other games.
I just
first.
want to know because you're talking about.
It's in Buffalo, so I'm taking the Bills.
You're taking the Bills?
It's in Buffalo. I'm taking the Bills for
I
sure.
don't think Lamar loses twice in the same building back to back after a whole summer.
I think it's been about 6 months, so I don't think he cares.
A whole summer of sitting on that loss. You don't think he cares about that loss?
Oh, he definitely cares, but I think it's been 6 months. Like get over it. It's a new season type thing.
It is a new season, but it's one of those things. Like once the schedule comes out and you see you're going right back to Buffalo, I'm not losing to Buffalo again. I'm not he's not going to leave it to a 2-point conversion. He's not leaving it to anything this time. He's going to dominate in Buffalo.
We'll see. Okay, wait, low key. Let's do the last division first, and then we'll get into our season predictions
Well,
for
what were we saying for AFC North?
I'm going Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns.
I'm going Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Browns.
Okay, and then next up, probably the worst division in the league, honestly. The South.
Come on, Texans.
Texans, Colts, Jags, and Titans. I mean, Texans, Colts. No, honestly, I think the Colts could be the worst team in that division this year. I could see the Colts coming fourth.
What's going on there with the quarterback situation?
That's the problem. What is the quarterback situation?
Why is Daniel Jones...
Like, how is Daniel Jones playing quarterback?
And
How does he have a starting job in the NFL?
And my thing was, not only do they have him as a starting quarterback, I thought it was just like to teach Anthony Richardson a lesson. They named him a captain.
I think we need to give up on AR. I think that's it with Anthony Richardson, to be honest. I don't know. I think I'm ready to give up on him.
I think he has the talent.
I think he's a worse version of Cam Newton, honestly.
I think he has the talent. His arms.
He's got great arm strength, man. But the problem is he can't ever find anybody to throw to.
I just think his head's not all the way there. But I think he's talented. And I don't think
His
we
head's
should...
definitely not all the way there. Definitely not.
I don't think we should give up on him. Daniel Jones is never the answer.
No,
Never
never.
answer.
It's
Never
probably
been the answer.
yeah.
You're not gonna waste Josh Downs' years. You're not gonna waste Jonathan Taylor's years by putting Daniel Jones.
I did like
That's
Tyler. I did
cool.
like getting the tight end Tyler Warren though in the draft out of Penn State. I think that was a good move, man. That guy's good. He's a good tight end, solid tight end. Just again, Daniel Jones is passing the football. That's the problem.
I think Daniel Jones. What do you see in Daniel Jones that's like, yeah, he could be my quarterback? I don't get it. When he got released from the Giants, then he got picked up by the Vikings as an emergency quarterback. I just don't see, like, what is his purpose in the NFL? He's not. He's. I know I said Bo Nix. I know I said Bo Nix is bottom 3, but Joe Flacco. Then I want to put Daniel Jones next to Joe Flacco. I don't know.
You could dude, Jones sucks. But the only reason the Colts I think might not be last is because you got 2 question marks in this division. You got the Titans and the Jaguars. The Titans, Cam Ward. I'm interested to see how he looks. He looked okay in preseason. Looked pretty good in training camp. A lot of positive stuff coming out of Tennessee about Cam Ward. So we'll see what happens there. And then you have Jacksonville. Jacksonville's a really interesting team
The
this year.
Jags will be back this season.
I think so too. I think
The
I'm ready to
Jags
say that
had
too.
I don't think it was Doug Peterson's fault at all. I just think it was just like a lot of unfortunate.
Their defense was absolutely abysmal.
Came together.
And Trevor Lawrence is just
what?
He's
mid. Is he mid though?
Trevor Lawrence is mid.
Trevor Lawrence has shown to be decent.
He has, but decent. But now you have like arguably you have a top 10 receiver in the league arguably on your team with BTJ, and then you're bringing in a dude like Travis Hunter. Now you really got no excuse, especially if Hunter's lining up a receiver.
How do you feel about Hunter?
I like Travis Hunter.
As a receiver or a cornerback?
I want him to play quarter, but he's going to play receiver.
He's going to play receiver.
And he's going to play receiver a hell of a lot more and probably not play corner that much because I don't think you can play both sides of the football in the NFL. I don't think you can. I am so against that. I don't think you can.
Do you think because of he's going to get tired? Because he said his gas tank is unlimited.
Everybody says they have unlimited gas tanks, but it's different in the NFL. It's different. Like, dude, you're not getting hit or hitting college dudes anymore. You're hitting grown men, 28, 29-year-old dudes. Like, it's a completely different game, man. It's a completely different level of physicality. It's different. He's going to struggle to play both, I think.
Yeah, I heard, I think it was Travis Kelce who said it. They said, if he's gliding up, just put him on a go route, then he's going to be tired for offense. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I hope he does good. Like, I really liked him in Colorado. I did.
I like him, and I love BTJ as well. I like what Jacksonville's got going over there. I just don't know if it's enough to really... I mean, like, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs just because of how competitive the AFC is.
Do you think Travis Hunter is pick number 2 for a wide receiver? Like, you think he was the best wide receiver in all of college? You think he was better than McMillan? Like, you think he is that good to be the number 2 pick as just a wide receiver?
No. The reason he was there is because of the Heisman, and the reason he's there is also because of his versatility. Being able to play both sides of the football is not something everybody can do.
You don't think he could play both sides?
I know, but that's not what but I'm talking about what the GMs and like the owners think. They don't care. They think he can play both sides. They just saw him do it.
So you don't think he's going to live up to what he intended to be? Because
I guess if what he's intended to be is a dual threat player who can play both sides of the football, then no.
At a high level.
But if he can be elite on one side of the football, I don't think it's a failure.
But is he an elite wide receiver?
Mm-hmm. I think he's a elite corner, to be honest. I think he's a good enough wide receiver to be good, but at the end of the day, there's only going to be so good he can be because you have Brian Thomas Jr. there, who is better in my opinion.
I don't think that if they don't go him playing both sides route, I don't think he'll play corner until later in his career. Like, or later as in like 4 years down the line, 3 years down the line. I think they want him at receiver right now. I think
maybe, but
Trevor Lawrence.
I think that could cause problems in the future, to be honest.
With the
financially and just the wide receiver situation there. Because if you get Travis Hunter, who plays wide receiver, he's starting to do good. You're going to have him asking for big money. Obviously, BTJ is going to be asking for big money. So I just think if Jacksonville doesn't play their cards right, they could end up in a situation where they could end up losing Travis Hunter down the road for nothing because they decided to opt and pay BTJ before they paid him.
But you would pay BTJ over Travis Hunter?
I mean, I haven't seen Travis Hunter play a snap of NFL football.
That is also a fact, but
I would but right now, yeah, I probably would.
Okay, so we have so you have Colts going last, Titans.
Titans third, Jags second, Houston first. But I'm not even that confident with Texans at 1. I'm not super confident. I'm kind of just saying it.
I think the Texans are just like CJ Stroud, the best quarterback in the division.
Yeah, it's just they're gonna win it, but marginally, and it's not gonna be anything
Nico Collins,
super crazy. Nico Collins, if he stays healthy, will be
great.
Stingley,
I think, is a top 3 cornerback.
Yeah, he is. But Will Anderson was great last year.
They have
potential depoy candidate as well.
What went wrong last year for them then?
Injuries.
Their offense was Joe Mixon getting hurt, and
everybody got hurt, bro. Tank Dell lost his leg. You had Stephon Diggs who tore his ACL. You had Joe Mixon who went down.
CJ didn't look good.
And CJ also didn't look good. And I think CJ will be the first guy to admit that, though. If you ask CJ Stroud what he thought of his season last year, he'd probably say, yeah, it was pretty ass.
CJ in his rookie season
was unreal.
Amazing. Amazing.
Which is why I don't want to... I don't want to be too harsh on him.
I'm still a fan.
I don't want to be too harsh. That's why.
When they gave him all these weapons, I know there was injuries. Every team has injuries. Stephon Diggs, and
I don't think it was just
Tank
injuries though.
but something looked off with him. It wasn't the same quarterback.
I just don't think it was the same like locker room vibes. Honestly, I just in my head I can't picture Stephon Diggs and Joe Mixon working well in the same locker room. I don't know why. It's just those two personalities. I just don't. I don't think. I don't think Diggs in any locker room is good, to be honest. But I just think. I think it's weird when you put Stephon Diggs in a wide receiver room like that because he still wants to be the guy, and he's arguably the third best receiver in that room when Tank Dell was healthy.
Diggs gets way too much hate. I know this season and his off-season antics or whatnot, but I think Diggs is that player. So
I think he was that player.
I'm not.
I think he was that guy.
But when did he get bad? Once again,
I think towards the end of Buffalo. I think it started getting really sour in Buffalo when him and Josh stopped when that connection broke and they I think that's where it started to go.
When
down
he started throwing the ball to Gabe Davis over him, I'd be mad too.
I mean, so would I. I don't blame him.
Mad too. Gabe Davis is on a practice squad now.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. He got signed back to the Bills.
Yeah, I think he's gonna make the roster at some point.
I would still say Houston.
The thing with the Bills too, Josh Allen doesn't throw to receivers. Keon Coleman barely.
Keon Coleman can't catch a football. It's true. He can't catch a ball. He's not ready for the league. Hopefully
you don't think so?
I hope Keon's ready this year, man. I like Keon. I don't.
Even Amari Cooper barely got any touches coming in.
I
just feel like.
Khalil Shakir gets fed. Feeds Khalil Shakir. Fed Matt Collins last year. He passes to receivers. It's just
Kincaid.
I think the Bills were very different last year.
He loves passing to his running backs. He loves passing out the back.
Yeah, of course. But I think the Bills changed how they played football a lot last year, where they focused on the run a lot more. Yeah,
it worked. I didn't beat the Chiefs though.
No. Okay, so for this division, lock in our final picks. I'm gonna go Houston, Jags, Titans, Colts.
I got Texans winning, Jags coming second, Colts coming third, and Titans be in last place. I'm not sold on Cam Ward at all.
All right, so let's go into the awards now. We're going to go through MVP, Depoy, Opoy, O-Roy, and D-Roy, and we're going to just quick fire give our preseason predictions for them. So first off, I'm going to ask you, give me your MVP for this season.
The MVP going into the season, Jalen Hurts will win it. Jalen Hurts.
I wasn't expecting that one, to be honest.
Will stay healthy throughout the year. If he stays healthy, preferably the Eagles go 13-4. Is my math right? 13-4.
Mm-hmm.
We're the MVP. He's the MVP. He could have been the MVP a couple years now, but
I do want to see Hurts get an MVP. I wouldn't be against it, but I don't agree. I think for me, it's between two guys. I have in my head Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. Those are my two. I think Burrow, I just think he's amazing, and I think he's got a lot to prove this season with everything that happened last year, not making the playoffs. I think the Bengals are going to come out firing. I think he's going to be on his game. If he can stay healthy, I think he can win the MVP. If he can make the playoffs, ideally, they get at least 10 or 11 wins.
I like Joe Burrow's game. Don't think he's going to be the MVP because I don't think their records, it's going to be the same.
No, that's fair. And that's why I kind of have Lamar as a backup.
Lamar, I feel like last year Lamar should have won it. And I feel like they're just tired of giving Lamar the MVP. Not to say that he's going to deserve the MVP this year. He's a really great quarterback. But I think Jalen Hurts is going to be the best quarterback in the league this year.
All right, well, that's good. Okay, let's go Opoy.
Opoy. You want to go first on this one?
Yeah, I'll go first. I am going to pick, it's going to be pretty boring. I'm going Jamar Chase again. I don't think Jamar Chase will replicate what he did last season, but I think he'll get pretty damn close. I'm kind of backing the Bengals to do well. So if I'm picking Burrow to win the MVP, I think it kind of makes sense. I'm taking Jamar to win the Opoy. He was the Opoy last year, the best receiver in football last year. If he can keep it up, if he can get the targets and be the reception monster that he was last season with Joe, I don't see why he can't win the Opoy again. He didn't win last year.
No,
Saquon won. Yeah, sorry.
Won last
sorry. Jamar Chase didn't win, even though he had a triple crown. Yeah.
Well, he didn't deserve to win. Saquon Barkley was
that's
the best
up
player
for
in the
debate.
NFL.
Fair.
That's how it.
But Jamar should have
voted by his
any
player.
other year. Jamar Chase would have won the MVP or the Offensive Player of the Year last
Yeah,
year.
but
And
unfortunately, Saquon did a backwards hurdle.
And also at 2,000 rushing yards.
And also won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Luckily for Jamar, though, I don't think Saquon's going to have 2K rushing this year, and I think Jamar will get close to what he did last season.
But
He's my old boy.
He's going to win a Super Bowl, and that's why he's going to be back-to-back Offensive Player of the Year.
So that's your pick for old boy, Saquon?
Yes, Saquon's going to win Offensive Player of the Year. If we're
Doesn't
talking
even
about
surprise me.
defense now, if I'm talking about defense, I think Micah is going to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I don't mind that pick.
I love his game. I don't. I think there's better linebackers and edge rushers. Like TJ's better than him. I think Myles Garrett's better than him, but Myles Garrett's always going to be screwed for awards because of his situation.
I just want to see. I feel like that's the biggest slap in the face to Jerry Jones.
I think PS2's good. I think Stingley's really good. I think there's a lot of great defenders, but I think
no, there's no other DB that can win Defensive Player of the Year besides Pat Surtain. There's no other DB that can do it.
You don't think anybody else can do it?
PS2's in a world on his own. That's why he won the DPOY. Otherwise, it's going to be these edge rushers every year. There's nobody that will compete.
I think Micah, because of the storyline behind it.
Dude, like I said, I'd love to see Jerry Jones' face if Micah won DPOY.
The storyline behind it. He's going to have a decent season. The Packers are going to be really good this year. And I think that's going to put him over the edge to win this award.
Fair. I'm not going to take Micah. I'm not going to take PS2, even though I really want to.
Nah.
I'm going to take TJ Watt. I think TJ Watt has a bounce back year. I think we're getting towards the end of TJ's ability or chances of winning DPOY on a consistent basis. I think he should get it. I think he could have, in previous years, been looked at as arguably the best defensive player in the NFL, and I think at points he has been that. And I think this year he can be that once again, as long as he's not getting triple blocked like he is by most of these teams now. TJ Watt, I think, is the best pass rusher in football.
The reason I won't
I think he'll win the DPOY.
Too much on you of that is because of how good the Steelers' defense is going to be this year. Barring that everybody stays healthy, of course, but I still think Micah's going to come away with it.
I think they're both good. I could see Micah winning it too.
I still think Micah's going to come away. But TJ, I do think TJ is a better edge rusher for sure. But I don't think he wins.
Roy. Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Rookies!
This
is
interesting.
Rookies. It could really go any way.
It could. You never know with rookies.
Usually I'd want to say a quarterback here, but
I don't love mine's not a quarterback.
I don't love Cam Ward.
Mine's not a quarterback, and it only would be Cam Ward. Realistically, who else are you going to put in there? Like, it ain't going to be Jackson Dart. It ain't going to be Shador.
Shador when he starts in week 5.
No, it's not happening. Either way, he wouldn't win it.
Should
I tell you mine?
I was about to go.
Okay, go. If you. Oh no, I thought you were still thinking here.
No, I always have it in my head. Travis Hunter is going to win the Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Not solely because of how good he is, because he's going to have a decent season, but he's going to play both sides, and that's just going to be the biggest headline, and it's going to put him over the top, and he's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
No Ashton Gene TA.
GT, I don't think he'll win, but I do think he's going to be pretty damn good.
I think he's going to be good, but I don't think he's going to win either.
I don't. Who do you got?
I have Omarion Hampton from the Chargers.
Ooh.
I think he could be the Offensive Player of the Year. I love Hampton. I wanted the Broncos to draft him so bad. I was so pissed when he went to the Chargers. This guy is Jahmyr Gibbs 2.0. I think he actually has a serious chance of winning Opoy if he stays, or Opoy if he stays healthy.
Do you think he's a better running back than Genty?
No, but I think he's in a way better system with a way better O-line that's going to be able to block for him a lot
Genty also
better.
got paid a boatload of money off the
That's
rip.
cool. That's cool. Like, okay.
Well, I mean,
what
like,
does that do for me on the field, though?
But this is what I'm trying to tell you. They paid Genty a boatload of money off the rip. That means they're putting him hugely in that offense. He's going to be a big part of the offense.
Yeah, he will be.
He's not going to be a big part of the Chargers.
I think he will be a big part. Quickly. I think they'll realize quickly how much better he is at running back than Najee Harris. Very quick, because that's not too hard to find out.
Where's J.K. Dobbins playing this year?
Denver, buddy. He's in Denver, and he's our RB1, as he should be, because he's the best running back we have. I like R.J. Harvey. I like R.J. Harvey.
His knees hold up.
He's a great rookie, but healthy J.K. Dobbins is an animal. So I'm happy that we have him.
He's
But yeah,
good.
I'm
He's
going
good.
Hampton.
He's
I
good.
think Hampton
He's
can do
good.
it. What about
defense? I feel like
yeah.
we have the same defender.
Go?
Abdullah Card.
Yeah. That was my pick too. I mean,
I just
he's a
think
beast.
So good.
He's a beast, and there's going to be other guys on that Giants D line like Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns that are going to need to be looked at and blocked because they're also beasts. Which means Abdullah might have a little more freedom.
That line is
it's a great D line, man.
Lawrence, Brian Burns.
It's a great line.
Then we got Adam Carter. It's just unfortunate that
you can even get Thibodeau in there.
It's just unfortunate that they're in the best division in the NFL.
Yeah.
And
wait, no, they are not in the best.
They are the best,
but they're in the close.
No. NFC East is consistently the best division in the NFL.
Okay,
considering that there's a different winner a lot of the time, most years, and the Super Bowl champions from that, and Dallas, Washington, and the Giants would win a couple other divisions. I feel like Giants could win some divisions, but we're not going to go back to division.
Yeah, leave that. Okay, so those are our picks for the awards this season. We're just sticking with those 5, and now we're gonna go on to Week 1. This is what we're gonna do. Week 1 predictions. We're gonna go through every game. One of us is gonna give you a quick reason as to why we're making our pick, and the other dude's just.
How do you want to do it? You want to alternate?
Yeah, we're gonna alternate. So
right.
you.
I'll start. I'll give you Cowboys Eagles.
Well, by the time they see this, Cowboys Eagles is probably already gonna be done.
Oh yeah, this is gonna come out after.
Yeah, they'll see. This will be out for the Chargers.
Well, we'll say
it'll be out for the Chargers. Well,
Eagles will win. Eagles are gonna win. When you see this, Eagles won.
Yeah, Eagles won.
Chargers Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chargers, and I'm taking the Chargers because these international games, it's nobody's home court. We're in Brazil. I think the Chargers are going to want to make a statement coming out of the gate against a division rival in Kansas City. And if they can go out there and win in Brazil against a team like KC right off the bat, that's a statement. That's what you need to open up a season. And I think the Chargers can do it. I think the Chiefs are going to be, I don't know. I don't think they're going to be themselves. I haven't liked how they started the past couple seasons. I think they got bailed out week 1 last year against the Ravens. Remember that likely toe tap shit at the back of the end zone? I could see the Chargers I think they can hang with the Chiefs.
Baby. Likely throws the ball into the crowd and just to get called back.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
Unfortunate.
But yeah, I think Chargers.
I agree with you. I have the Chargers winning.
Okay, so what's next up?
Dolphins Colts.
Okay, go. Tell me. That's a tough one. That's a tough game. It's a tough game to pick a winner for this early on.
Yeah, I don't like either team.
I wouldn't bet on this game.
Be pretty mediocre.
Yeah, I would not bet on this game.
I haven't seen the odds for this game, but
it's even. It's a pretty even line.
It's even line.
They're close. They're close. Last time I checked, I think Dolphins were slight favorites. They're on the road too.
I'd go with the Dolphins.
Yeah, I think Dolphins on the road. I like Daniel Jones. That makes me way more confident. I think I'm with Miami there too.
Daniel Jones is terrible. Steelers Jets.
Steelers Jets. I'm taking the Steelers. This is a fun one. I think this is Aaron Rodgers back in New York for the first time. I think there's going to be a lot of narrative around this game. I think it's going to be a pretty honestly boring and shit game because I think both of these offenses are still going to try and click. It's going to be low scoring, but I think the Steelers are going to narrow it out. It's going to be a classic Steelers low scoring, just ride it out, and they win.
I want to agree with you with the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers revenge game, but it's also Justin Fields' revenge game.
It is.
Getting benched and...
But let me ask you this. Do you trust Rodgers against the Jets defense, or do you trust Fields more against the Steelers defense?
I think Fields is going to find a way to ball out, but I do think Steelers defense is...
I think this week it's going to be tough
way too good.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Rodgers and DK are going to figure it out really quickly, and...
I can't see Sauce Gardner Martin DK Metcalf. I want to see that. That would be hilarious.
Sauce Gardner is...
Is that what? Panthers Jags next?
Panthers Jags.
Oh, what? Jesus, that's a
That's
a rough one, man.
The lines are crazy for it. Panthers are underdogs.
They are. But the Jags are at home. That kind of makes sense.
I wanted to go Carolina Panthers.
This is such a tough one, man. This is one of the tougher ones on the slate.
I wanted to go Carolina Panthers, but the Jags will win.
I think the Jags win too. I'm gonna say the Jags, but I'm not confident in that. I could so see a world Carolina wins that game. That's a no bet game for me too, personally.
Next, Cardinals Saints.
This is as easy as it gets. I think it's gonna be competitive-ish because of week 1, all that shit. But Cardinals are gonna win this game. I can't pick the Saints to beat anybody. I'm not gonna pick them to beat anybody all season.
Second question. do the Saints go 0-17?
No, they'll win one game. They'll beat somebody. It'll be one we won't expect. It'll be some anomaly, and that's it. But it ain't going to be this week. Arizona, another team I think that has a lot to prove heading into this season. A lot of question marks around that team. I think Marv's going to get going against a useless secondary. I think Trey McBride's going to get going, and I think the Cardinals are going to run up the score. Like, I could see Cardinals dropping 4 or 5 touchdowns in this game.
The spread's only 6.5, so are we going with or against that spread?
I'm taking the spread easily.
You're taking that spread?
Yeah, Cardinals are going to smash them.
Next game, Giants Commanders. I have the Commanders winning in a weirdly close match.
You know what?
Russell Wilson, Malik Neighbors. Not too sold on Tyron Tracy, but they have it. And their defense, like we already talked about, I'm not going to repeat it, but Commanders are good, man. The Commanders are a good team. So they will win, but I think it'll be a more so of like a 20-23 type of match.
Yeah.
Like more of like a Bears versus Commanders last year type of match.
Yeah.
Comes down to final plays.
I'm going to disagree with you, though, I think. I'm going to take... there's always some upsets. And I think we've been talking about the Giants a lot in this video. And I think the Giants could be the first upset of the season. A division game. It's... Like you said, it's going to be a tight game. I could see the Giants pulling off the upset week 1.
Wow.
I think they just go out there, they'll beat the... I don't think anything's going to come of it, but I think a division game, the Giants, they're going to go and they're going to ball.
220.
That's juicy. That is juicy. I don't know, I might be enticed to throw something on that. I think that, yeah, I'm going to take that. Upset.
All right. Raiders, Patriots.
I'm going with the Pats. I'm going with the Pats at home. I think it's another tough game. I think it's tight. I could see a world the Raiders win. I think Pats just opening day home win. Nothing too crazy. Nothing to dwell on too much. Nothing special. Just a regular 1 o'clocker.
As you said, an underdogs have to win.
You're right.
And the Raiders will be one of the underdogs.
I don't hate it. I could see it. I could see the Raiders winning.
Next we got Bucks Falcons. I got the Falcons winning at home. Nothing too much to add it. I think the Bucks are really good. I just think
it's a tight game.
I said Chris Godwin was their best wide receiver, and I stand by that. They have a decent offense. They have a decent team. They have a good team. I'm not debating their team. I think the Falcons are really good. So Falcons are underdogs. I got the Falcons.
I'm gonna take the Bucks, but I'm not like super confident in that. I think it's a coin toss game, 50-50. We'll see who wins.
49ers and the Seahawks. That's on you.
I'm taking the 49ers. Seahawks are at home, I believe, right, in this game?
Seahawks are at home.
Yeah, which will make it a little more interesting. I think Seattle will keep it competitive. This will be another competitive division game. No blowout in this one. But I think a healthy CMC, and I think the 49ers are going to strive. I think there's a lot to click on offense for Seattle. And I think to expect to get Sam Darnold and company going right away in week 1 against a experienced Niners team, I think it's going to be too much to ask.
I do agree. The 49ers will win this, I want to say pretty easily.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the Seahawks are a bad team. They're a decent team. But I think the 49ers team, they're a veteran team. They're a better team. And CMC's going to run wild on that defense.
I agree.
Too. You know. Next up, we got the Bengals and the Browns.
This one's pretty easy, I think. I mean, I don't think we got to spend too much time on this one. It's obviously going to be the Bengals. Like, the Browns are atrocious. They've made terrible offseason decisions. Their team is ass. The Bengals are going to be coming for smoke this year. They're going to dog walk the Browns by 14 at least, I think.
Yeah, it's only a -5 spread.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think the Bengals are a great team, but I think the Browns are just a really, really terrible team.
Yeah.
Until Shedeur plays in week 5. Then after that, we don't have to spend too much time on that. We both got the Bengals. Then after that, we have the Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers. My game of the week.
Massive game. I mean, you have 2 of the best teams in the NFC. You have a Green Bay team that looks really different now with Micah Parsons. They added Matthew Golden at receiver as well. They have a great team. I don't know who's going to win this game. This is probably the toughest game for me to pick this week. I'm going to lean towards the Packers just because I don't know. Something about it. I think Micah Parsons, new vibes. I think they're going to have a little bit of momentum. I think they'll be able to get the win over the Lions week one.
Like I said, the Packers are going to win the division and they're going to win this game. The Lions are not the same Lions. They lost many pieces. The Packers will win and coming out first game. The Packers will win. The only issue with the Packers that we still need to figure out was the wide receiver situation. You think they figured that out with Golden?
Hopefully for them. I mean, I think they have 4 wide receiver twos. I think they got Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs, Dontavian Wicks. I think they're all 2s or 3s. None of them are 1s. Golden, I really like. I think he has a chance to be a 1 here, and it's going to be an offense where he gets the opportunity because of what I just said.
Josh Jacobs came out in the summer and
Yeah, that was
publicly
crazy.
said that they don't have a wide receiver 1 in Green Bay and they need to go get one. That is such a crazy
Yeah,
thing
that's
for a
is a
teammate to
nuts thing to
say.
say.
And the reason I think it's so crazy because when Green Bay was working, firing on all cylinders, they had Watson, they had Dobbs, they had Wicks, and they had who am I missing? Watson, Dobbs, Wicks, Jaden Reed. People were saying they don't need a number 1. They have such a they have 3 wide receiver 2s, and this is better than a 1. This is made that everybody switches the 1. It's interchangeable. They don't need a critical 1. Now it's not working. Now the teammates, the running back, saying that they need a 1. It's not looking too good there, but I do think that they are the better team and they're going to win the division. I still don't know if they have a wide receiver 1. I hope Golden is the wide receiver 1. I think could be a wide receiver 1 as well, but we have to see.
Yeah.
Next after that, we have Houston Texans versus the Rams. Who do
It's
we
a
have?
big game at SoFi, and I'm going to take the Rams opening game at home. I love this Rams offense, like I said before, and I think that they're going to be firing on all cylinders. Yeah, they have a Houston defense in front of them that is very good. The likes of Derek Stingley, Will Anderson, those guys are going to be animals, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Honestly, I think the Rams are just going to outscore Houston. I don't think it's going to be a bad game from Houston whatsoever. They're just not going to score as many points as the Rams.
I disagree with you. I don't think you're right at all. I think the Texans are their defense is really good and they can hang with the Rams. I know the Rams offense is also really good, but the Texans offense is nothing to sleep on. They still have
Neither's
Nick
the
Chubb.
Rams defense,
They
though.
still have Nick Chubb. I would sleep on the Rams defense over sleeping on the Texans defense. I think the Texans have a better defense than the Rams have a defense, and the Texans have a really good offense. I would probably argue that they have a better offense than the Rams.
I think that's a terrible take.
With Chubb, they still have Chubb, even with mixing out Nico Collins and CJ Stroud's just a better quarterback. I do think the Texans come into SoFi and get a victory.
We'll see. I mean,
at plus 135.
I mean, it's a close game. I
Yeah,
could see
the
the Houston
underdogs.
winning, but
Then Sunday Night Football.
this is my game of the week because should be the actual game of the week. This is
Sunday Night Football. Baltimore Ravens versus Buffalo Bills
in Buffalo.
in Buffalo 6 months after Mark Andrews dropped a bomb in Buffalo for who knows Lamar Jackson's first Super Bowl appearance. They would have went on to beat the Chiefs. They wouldn't have beat the Eagles.
I don't know if they would have beat the Chiefs.
You don't think they would have beat the Chiefs? I really think they would have dominated the Chiefs.
Bills should beat the Chiefs, and
the Chiefs even barely beat them the year before when
the Chiefs weren't that good this year.
When Zay Flowers had a shitter game, but that's no here nor there. But if we're gonna ask me first, the Ravens are gonna go into Buffalo and beat Buffalo because they sat on this for multiple months. Lamar Jackson lost MVP to Josh Allen. He lost a playoff game to Josh Allen. He's not going to go over there, waste a whole summer, come back and lose to Josh Allen one more time. Lamar Jackson, way too competitive for that. He's too good of a quarterback for that. He still has Derrick Henry. He has a better offense. He has a better team than that. The defense, offense, everything is better in Baltimore. They added Webster, they added Hopkins, they added some pieces to help the offense. Baltimore's just a better team, and Lamar's a better quarterback, and Lamar's gonna prove why he's a better quarterback.
I mean, wow, that was something, but I disagree completely. I think the Bills are gonna win this game. The Bills are at home. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. I mean, this is what you watch football for. It's a big game, and the Bills are going to be at home, and I think that gives them the edge. If this game was in Baltimore, I'd probably pick the Ravens. I think home advantage is massive when you're talking about these two teams. And Buffalo, while I don't love what they did in the offseason, I really wanted to see them do a little bit more to try and really solidify their squad for a proper Super Bowl run. They have Josh Allen. They have the reigning MVP. They have a good offense. And they're, like I said, I mean, Josh Allen, whatever you think of him, he is still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And he
I'm
has
sure
proven it
he is.
time and time again.
He's
and
not better than Lamar Jackson, though.
that's debatable. He beat Lamar last year. Yes, the circumstances are Mark Andrews drops the pass, yada yada
I
yada.
love Mark Andrews too. It was raining. It was bad. It was bad.
No, yeah, but
But
either way, the Bills. I think
we're
the
in the
Bills can
middle.
beat them.
We're coming. We're in fall. We're in September. It's gonna be around 20 degrees Celsius, which is
No, the Bills aren't gonna have their usual advantage, the weather advantage. They're not.
Baltimore's
But
gonna
they're still
come
at home.
in there.
It's still opening night in Buffalo. At the you gotta remember, this is the
So
Bills'
if we're looking at
last.
both these teams,
This is the Bills' last
I don't
year
care
at their
if
at their
it's-
stadium.
I don't care if it's their
Oh, it's
first
big,
at the
bro.
new stadium.
It's
Look at
big.
the teams.
Last year at the Orchard. Man.
Who's a
This
better
is big.
quarterback, Lamar Jackson or Josh
You're
Allen?
really gonna put me on the spot right now.
Who's the better quarterback? I can
Lamar's
go
had
team.
Lamar's had the better career. Josh Allen is a more gifted quarterback.
Who could throw the ball better? Josh Allen could throw the ball better.
Like 10 times
like
better.
as like a whole quarterback as a
like
whole.
10 times
Like
better.
a better runner, better thrower.
He's not a better runner, but
so
he's
I'm
not
saying
too
as a
far
whole
off.
body of work, who's the better quarterback?
Josh Allen.
That is insane to say. Who has a better running back situation?
Lamar Jackson.
Who has a better receiving core?
Lamar Jackson.
Who has a better tight end?
Lamar Jackson.
Who has a better line?
Lamar Jackson.
Then Lamar
So
Jackson's
how does that
come away with the victory?
like? But that what you just did there completely highlighted why it's not Lamar. You just said why Lamar has better weapons and better players in every position.
No, Lamar
than
is
Buffalo.
the better player.
And Josh did more with less.
outstatted him in every single big stat except for rushing touchdowns, and that's because they did a bullshit version of the tush push last year.
Okay,
That's the only thing he beat him out in.
What about record?
He
had a better
one more game.
He had a better
They
record.
won
Okay,
one more
he
game
had
in
a
a
better
worse
record.
division.
A better record in a worse division, but also with
When
a worse team.
When you go against the Dolphins and the Pats, of course you're gonna have a better record. What are we talking about?
I don't know. I think this is as tight of a game as it gets. I'm taking the Bills. He's taking the Ravens. We'll see what happens.
Ravens. Lamar Jackson. If Jalen Hurts does not win MVP, Lamar Jackson, you are my pick.
Okay, so now let's do
Okay, the betting.
Yeah, now we do the parlays. Okay.
I think that one was better than before.
Yeah.
Because we don't have too much of normal
my
banter.
Oh, it's over there. Fuck, let me get it. Hope it doesn't focus. Okay, we're at 17 minutes, which is good.
Way shorter too. Because the other one was 27 minutes and it wasn't even.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so.
Oh, I guess it's still going to be added on to.
What?
Because, I said it was 27 minutes, but like we were adding 17 on to the 27.
So now it's just a parlay, right?
Yeah, quick.
Okay.
I'll go first. Okay.
Let me
You introduce the parlay. You'll say at the end of every episode we're gonna do every episode we're gonna do a parlay. We're gonna keep track of our records. Okay.
Okay.
3,
Ready?
2, 1.
All right, so now we're going to get into our final segment of the show. We're going to be doing our parlays every week. I mean, this is the Parlay Playbook. Obviously, we're going to be giving out some slips and hoping that they cash. Kobina's going to be doing a money line parlay. I'm going to be doing a touchdown parlay. Tail at your own risk. And yeah, go ahead, kick us off, Kobina. What do you have this week?
I have 3 legs, 3 teams that I think will win this week. We have Miami Dolphins beating the Colts at -108. I have San Fran 49ers beating Seattle Seahawks at -132. And I have Houston Texans upsetting the Rams at +132 with $100 paying out $785 at +685.
That sounds juicy to me, man. That sounds perfect.
Lock it in right now.
I like it. And I have the touchdown. So, and like, we're going to be doing these every week, so don't worry. We're going to be probably doing them towards the end of our pods, but I might throw a couple in between just to keep everybody on their toes, making sure they're paying attention. But yeah, so I'm gonna get into mine. I have four legs. Touchdown parlays, you don't want to go too crazy with them. You don't want to get burned. And the odds are good enough to where you can make money with very few legs. First up, James Conner anytime TD minus
I love it.
155 versus the Saints. The Saints are god awful, like we've been going on this whole video. Connor will get in.
Tyler Shoe.
Yeah, he's terrible. Next up, Jamar Chase, anytime touchdown, minus 140 versus the Cleveland Browns. Again, Jamar Chase, I expect him to have a field day in this game, over 100 yards, over 10 catches, and he'll probably score 2 touchdowns, honestly.
Triple crown again, or?
Probably.
Ooh.
Next up, this is probably, I would say, the riskier leg. J.K. Dobbins anytime TD at plus 155 versus the Tennessee Titans. J.K. Dobbins listed as the Broncos RB1. We'll see how much volume he gets in this game, especially because of injury concerns. But if he's fully fit, I don't see why he won't get into the back of the end zone. Denver's going to play well. He'll be a big part of it. Last leg. I mean, we had to do it. He's back. Christian McCaffrey versus Seattle Seahawks. Give me him at minus 155, which is actually pretty good odds for CMC at this point.
That is
honestly.
good.
Like
That is
a
good.
few years ago, it was terrible. So we're taking that all day. This is 4 legs. Comes out to plus $1,100. $100 pays $1,200.